He was just doing a 5 countdown. Oh, we live. Oh, hey, everybody. Y'all ready? Are we ready? Well, what's up, everybody? We are the Win with Purpose Tour. We're about to bring you all things related to Win with Purpose Tour Arlington, Texas. Now, what's next? Are you ready for us to open? Are we going? Are we on? Okay, then. Sorry. Welcome to a special edition of Hidden Images Podcast, powered by Next Level Internet Radio. But tonight we are powered by Live Wick Studio here in Arlington, Texas. And we are the Women with Purpose Tour, and we're here to talk about all things related to the Women with Purpose Tour, Arlington, Texas, this March 19th, again in Arlington, Texas, at the International Bowling Museum. It's going to be from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. If you haven't already gotten your tickets, head over to our website, womenwithpurposetour.com, and get your tickets now. Now, I have brought some amazing women with me here tonight. Again, we're going to talk all things related to the Women with Purpose Tour. Again, I'm your founder, Sabrina Ford. We've got our COO, Nadia Thomas, right here. One of our guest speakers, Coach Shay Fleming. And then we've got one of our fantabulous vendors that's going to be on site ready to sell her merchandise. Her name is Jacqueline. And I just want these ladies to introduce themselves. Ladies, y'all go ahead, introduce yourselves, talk about your brand a little bit, and what are y'all going to bring to the tour?
Who wants to go first?
Nadia, you go first.
I'm Nadia Thomas. I'm the COO of Women with Purpose Tour. My business is Drink Me Out, but I do several other things, but that's my main purpose of the tour. I'm the main drink vendor. I provide all of the beverages, and I also help Sabrina a lot on the back end.
More than a lot. That's why you're my COO. I really appreciate
It's not so much.
Oh.
Well, hello, everyone. I am Coach Shay. My name is Shanae Fleming, but I am Coach Shay. I am the owner of Dynamic Weight Loss and Wellness. I am here to lead, educate, motivate, and inspire you to be more connected with the person that you are trying to become and are becoming. My vision for the purpose, Women with Purpose Tour, is to provide value, and tell y'all really about more about entrepreneurship, leadership, kind of help improve those skills. So when you come to the tour with me, make sure you got your pen and pad ready. You got to learn something with me.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jacqueline Smith. I am a vendor at Women with Purpose Tour. I will be selling merchandise. The name of my business is Too Pretty Apparel. Right now, we're specializing in anything that promotes Black pride and Black excellence. So please be ready to come by, have a conversation, engage, talk to me, purchase, share, all of the above. Pass the word. Looking forward to seeing you all.
I love it, ladies. What a wonderful introduction. And this is not even half of what we're bringing to the tour on the 19th. We've got so many other entrepreneurs that are going to be out. We have influencers that we're bringing out to help you with your marketing. We've got a sales masterclass presentation that's going to be hosted by Nikki Joyner. We also have a grant masterclass presentation that's going to be hosted by LD Woods, owner of New Focus Family and Youth Consultant. And we're just going to bring nothing but the heat. And I sent y'all the event timeline, and y'all saw that it's packed from 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Like, we're literally bringing nothing but energy, information, educating, and we're empowering the entire time. And I also want to let y'all know that we do have the entire International Bowling Museum to ourselves. So we'll get to explore the museum. We'll also get to bowl a little bit in their mini bowling lane. Lots of information at the museum. And I hope that you all come out, enjoy yourselves, and leave with information that you can take and use in your business. And so we're going to kick off tonight a little different. We have a few topics that we're going to talk about and lead into, because we are all women with purpose. We all have purpose, and you all out there that are listening and that are watching it, you all have purpose too. And so, Nadia, I'm gonna let you lead into tonight's topic because I think it's something that needs to be discussed, should be discussed, and I think we can definitely provide some great feedback and information on this topic that we're about to discuss.
Well, I just thought of a topic, so I really don't have a name for a topic. But what we're going to discuss is how in business, this can go for women and men, but how in business it seems to sometimes people can show like jealousy towards you. They really don't want to support you, maybe because you guys do the same type of business. I have ran across that being a bartender. I get looked at funny, like, oh, she's here too, instead of like, let's collab. Maybe we can do something as bartenders other bartenders haven't done. But instead, you get the side eye. It's like, oh, I really don't want anyone else here. And it's like they're taking my shine. Or even I have seen people be upset with other people because they have a larger following. Like, what is this person doing to get a large following that I'm not doing? My product is better than theirs, you know? So what have you ladies experienced and what did you do to overcome it in the business world?
Oh man, that one. That had actually happened to me. Incident happened to me like last year. I was a moderator for a big TikToker, and the goal was to get her to like 50K followers, which the team, how we were doing it was very doable, and we got it to our goal before the date that we even did. But people convinced her that we were using her because, like, again, she had the larger following. We weren't even able to go live yet. For TikTok, you got to work for it. So we weren't even able to go live yet. She didn't ever really get people to follow us. She didn't share our content. Like, this was kind of a part of it. Like, we helping you, so we looking like, dang, you ain't gonna share nothing. You ain't gonna post our content. You're not gonna do nothing. So once she hit her 50K mark, she kind of like pushed her to the side. She was like, people telling me that y'all just using me to get my followers. Like, how is that when we can't even go live yet? Like, we ain't even at our 1,000 followers yet. So it was like, really, for me, it was really kind of personal because it's like, I thought we was better than that. Like, I thought we was cool. And then it was on like but okay, I'll let you breathe. I'll let you go. But I was kind of heartbroken a little bit because people don't talk about the grief after the friendship end or like something like that happened. Like, you really do have a feeling about that. Like, you be like, dang, I thought we was cool. I thought we was better than that. And then when you find out it wasn't really like that, it wasn't really that genuine, because it's like, we wasn't trying to leech off of you. Because if that was the point, we would have been at the same 50K with you, or at least we could have been able to go live, but we wasn't hating on you. But people, you can self-sabotage. That's a form of self-sabotage. If you let somebody talk you out of, everything going good for you and you getting your blessings and everything flowing, and you let somebody sabotage what you got going on, that's still a form of self-sabotage. So she sabotaged herself, her opportunities, the people that I had her plugged in with, the connections that we all had made together kind of faded out. So it was kind of like a wrenching experience, because it's like, dang, I was connected to this person because of this person, and now they don't really want to fool with me like that no more because of this person. So it kind of be like a trickle effect. Like, people can be an infection and influence to other people if they're not strong enough.
Especially it hits different if you and that person didn't have had more than a business relationship. You guys were friends and stuff.
Right. Like behind the scenes, it's like nobody know how cool you is. Like, you get on like TikTok or some social media, people put on their alter ego, right? So like, we know you behind the scenes. Like, we know exactly who you are. Like, you ain't even this person that you say, like, you real cool, you real funny. Like, show them like who you really are, you know? So it was kind of being that. It was a struggle with that too. Like, we was trying to really like pull out who you really are. Like, show people who you really are. Like, you really fun. Like, you really tight. Like, you really had this big personality, but you hide it because you try to give people what you think they're gonna tip you for or pay you for it. Because at the same time, if you position yourself properly, it's a business. And so I was like, okay, you can do this, you can sell this, you can give keychains, I'm giving all kind of crazy ideas where we all elevating, because people like, dang, you did this and then you did that. Okay, well, you can come over to our live and moderate for us. So it became like, she felt like people was taking her friends too. Cause then it wasn't all the time. We can't be at your live now. This other person kind of on us over here. Cause now we getting popular with how we moderate. So it became like, oh well, you can't go on Shay Live if I'm going live with at the same time. But it's like, bro, we a team. Like, let me know when you gonna go live, so I don't go live when you go live. Like, I ain't trying to step on your toes. So I think it's like miscommunication too,
Well, no,
or how
No.
somebody received you.
but in times
Yeah.
like that, we just have to accept it for what it is because
Yeah.
from what I'm hearing, to me, well, you use me to gain your followers.
And dumped
You
us.
never shouted me out. You never supported me in any kind of way, and that was the deal. So in reality, like you said, you messed yourself over and you use me. That's how I feel. You
Yeah.
use me at the end of the day. So you don't want to be involved with people like that. I mean,
No,
the least we can do for each other is share each other posts or say, hey,
Right.
go follow my friend. It's
Like,
so simple.
when
It's
you
so
were
free.
saying not go live at the same time, ultimately y'all could have utilized that as a time to go live together and promote each other's business.
Right.
But mind you, we hadn't got to the point where we could go live with her because, like, back when you said, like, the following, right? Like, she had such a large following, we was kind of beneath her.
Yeah.
You know, like, she had her 20K. We ain't even made it to our 1,000 to go live, so she ain't even. We kind of like.
Can I speak on it from a different lens?
Yeah.
I can't necessarily say I've had that experience as a business owner. But so I started in 2018 with a friend, and it's kind of transitioned. The business has kind of transitioned. And sometimes when you starting out as a business owner and people have been in the industry for a longer time and they may have more experience, and like y'all are saying, they may have a higher social media following, that can be intimidating. But I think at the end of the day, we all have to understand that there is an abundance in the world. And if we focus on thriving and enduring and hustling and following our vision, being visionaries, then it's going to come as long as we are putting in the work and putting in the effort. And then you can't be afraid. Because so, like I said, my business has transitioned. So I started out with a partner. Now I'm kind of rolling solo. But I was like, I'm not going to stop because I'm going to make sure I give 100% because I don't want to not push forward in anything that I desire to do because I don't want to leave anything on the table or have any regrets.
Yeah.
So I'm pushing forward on my own and just getting a phone call about actually a friend sent me the link for the Woman with Purpose tour. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. Then Sabrina calls. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Sabrina called yesterday. Woman with Purpose tour. We had some vendors that aren't gonna make it. Can you do it? Man, you know what? Let's go. I'm here. So here I am. But thank you. Thank you.
I mean, yeah, that's what the tour is about, you know, like from the start and, you know, of the tour, it was for me to lay out a platform for other women, like for women speakers, for women entrepreneurs, for women in business. And then it transitioned and it just got bigger and we're just growing and growing, and the amount of attention that we're getting, like the emails that we get, the amount of subscribers that we're getting, like literally over the last couple months, I'm like every other day there's like new subscribers. And I'm like, slowly but surely. That's why I posted the other day, the Women with Purpose tour will be a national tour. And then somebody came and posted, correction, international. And I'm like, you know what? You're absolutely right. I can see this tour going further than the United States. I can see us traveling abroad. I can see us in other countries. And we're already going to other cities and have planned to go in other cities. But like this tour is for you all. Like it's not for me. Like my purpose is to see other women thrive, is to put them in position to thrive. And so I really appreciate you all. Like I wouldn't have a Women with Purpose tour without you all. So that is what the tour is about. We also have the Men with Purpose tour coming up. I'm super excited about that. They're going to be introducing also in May 19th, on March 19th, at the International Bowling Museum as well. So we want to invite all of our male entrepreneurs out because we'll definitely have something for the men and the women. But yeah, I'm super excited.
I am
I'm
too.
ready. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
I'm ready to.
Yeah,
I'm really
it's
stoked.
it's gonna be so much information dropped.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be taking notes, like literally,
Me too.
especially with the grant writing presentation. I think that's so important because a lot of people, especially us entrepreneurs, we need grants and we need to understand how to find them. You know, and if we can't, we need to find somebody who knows how to find them so they can do that for us. And so that's going to be very important for me. Is that grant writing presentation because I know the
Yeah.
tour itself, we could use grants. And so, just what an amazing way to take that information, use it for the tour, and then still go back in other tours and teach people and say, hey, we're learning ourselves. And we're giving all this information right back.
Yeah, because even at one point when I was telling you, I was trying to look into how to do personal grants because we can get personal grants and we can get business grants.
Yeah.
And when I was doing the research, I kept telling Sabrina, I don't know what's a valid site. You don't want to just put your information on
Mhm.
some of these websites. Even when you go to the betterbusinessbureau.org and you type in some of these websites, they don't even show up. So it's like, well, how do I know if I was to enter my information on this site for a grant that this is a true
Legit.
site?
Yeah.
So
Legit.
that is something that people should have experts and things like that to help them,
That's
especially when it comes to your business. So I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah. And for any entrepreneur out there, um, utilizing other resources is
Absolutely.
like definitely what you should be doing, asking questions, not being afraid to bring people on and outsourcing things that you don't know how to do or you may know how to do but you don't have the time to do it. Because that's me, like I know how to do quite a few things but I really just don't have the time to do a lot, so outsourcing for me is something that I love to do.
And as business owners, we have to stop going to other people for information all the time, because sometimes we can call the Secretary of the State. They'll tell us anything that we want
That's
to
true.
know. We can call the ABC board and they'll tell us anything that we want to know. We can call whoever over the food or whatever. It's people that we can call and
Yeah.
talk to and get accurate information from too. And I think that's why a lot of people be having issues with their business, because they're feeding off of what someone else told them. And we all have different businesses. Even if we have the same business, everybody do things differently.
Right.
Some people say, I did all my paperwork by myself, where they might be a little bit more experienced in doing paperwork, so
Right.
they know what they're looking for. But you probably need to pick up the phone and give the real people a call, not your friend, because
Right.
they did something else. And a lot of people need to learn the difference with it too. It's okay to get information from your peers, but don't just do your own research at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And see, most people don't want to do that. That's why they have another person, like the outsourcing, like Sabrina was saying. Like most people, like, okay, if you can do it for me, I'm just gonna rely on you.
Pay you to
Because
do
why
it.
would I just
But
do
that
it?
person is an expert.
Right.
At what
Yeah.
they're doing.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
about knowing your strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
Mhm.
True.
And how to
Absolutely.
leverage your relationships and resources. And I think that's important when it comes to building and developing. And I think that goes back to the theme. And just as Black business owners and women, us helping each other.
Yeah.
Because look, if we were supposed to make it on our own, we wouldn't be here, right?
Right.
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 So that's
true.
the point, for us to kind of thrive and push each other and build, off of one another. And again, I think that's what the purpose of the Women with Tour. Let's make those connections. The valuable resources are coming in, hone into them, take usage of them, and allow it to catapult you to the next level. Allow it to catapult us all
But
to the
see,
next
that
level.
goes back to the topic we were discussing. That is the purpose, and that's what we should do. But
Yeah.
we have
It's
other women who
It's
a
that
pride
mentality.
thing.
Well,
Yeah.
Price says
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
mentality.
It
It's a
is.
mentality.
It is.
Yeah.
Just like, for
Yeah.
example, like people do it all the time. They'll be like, who know a makeup artist? Who know a photographer? Who know a personal trainer? Girl, Is that your way of indirectly asking the people that you already know for their services?
I think people do that for clout to let people know they're doing that.
But it's so like
I think people because
just ask your friend or ask whoever it is that you're looking for. Just
Yeah.
go ahead and ask them instead of making this post. People gonna tag 50 people under the post, and you're still just gonna choose one.
Yeah.
Or nobody at all because somebody collectively. When you could just go through your archive. I think I seen what's the college? She do parties. She is an event coordinator. I think I'll just contact her.
But what I do,
Simplicity.
I post like who on my friend list can do this.
I've done that before.
So I don't need you tagging. I don't need people tagging people. I need the people because I know for myself. I know I have 10 makeup artists, 10 photographers,
For sure,
50 people who cook. So I'm utilizing the people on my feed, but that's what I do. And if I don't like any of those people who are on my feed, then I go to the people I know. Well, do you know somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you know somebody? Just ask around. But
at that point, you've also become a resource, though.
Because 10, I do know somebody already. Like, especially like from being on the podcast, making a lot of connections, doing a lot of networking. Like, I feel like it's kind of insulting for a person, like, especially if you know that that's me.
Well,
you feel what I'm saying?
It shouldn't be insulting,
but
and here's why.
I know I'm not for everybody.
As a
but
photographer,
it's just like,
I personally know about 100 other photographers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're my friend and you know 50 or 60 of those other photographers I know, I can't be offended if you choose somebody else.
No, but
because they're your friends and you know that. So how do you pick and choose which friend?
But at the same, and I do that. I show homie love. Like I try to give I show homie love. Like I try to give everyone an opportunity to showcase their skill. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if I know that person, like if I know that, like say for example, I know that you do photography, I am not gonna get on Facebook and be like, who is a photographer? I am not gonna do that. I'm gonna contact you personally because I personally know you are a photographer, or because I know Mr. U is a photographer. I'm gonna personally contact him because I already know a photographer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
again, I think
I don't know.
I think people just do it like for clout. I got a photo shoot coming up, or like
maybe so.
I'm looking for a caterer.
Like the people that they see work.
And that is true.
But there's a range of photography, so there's specifics.
Right.
So not that you don't want to utilize that person, but they may, for this particular event or the reason you need them, their photography may not cover that.
Yeah,
but I don't know if it's for cloud, whatever it may be. But
I mean, I was just asking because it was just my opinion.
Yeah,
that's
something that I wedding photographer. Don't call me. I'm not a wedding photographer.
Right, but we do know what you specialize.
So what I was saying to her, even she says she does it sometimes, but at that point she's also leveraged herself as a resource.
Yeah.
Because if these people are responding with different makeup artists, or if the topic is photography and they're responding with different photographers, then other people that are seeing this feed, then I mean, you've exposed them to another photographer or another makeup artist.
Following just to see,
just to read
the comments to see who and they go to their page.
Engagement.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. But I see. It's just some of these groups. Okay, I stopped joining Facebook groups. Am I the only one?
Me too, because they decline all your posts.
Or they steal them word for word.
They decline them left and right.
A lot of the groups stop turning into what the group was made
supposed to be about.
And it turns into just
scams and irrelevant links.
But I have found a few that I'm still in that don't do all that extra. So, but I don't post in any of these groups. I just observe because when I see these people out in public, I be like, "Oh, I know those are not the kind of people I would like to connect with."
Right.
I mean, you have to be careful some of the things that you post and stuff like that because I'm an observer.
Yeah.
In person, over social media, so I'm like, I know offhand if there's some type of people that I would like to connect with.
Can I ask the question?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Sharwick.
So you all, with this Women of Purpose tour, you all possess a skill, right? And what you guys are teaching and going to be speaking on, and some of the speakers that's going to be involved with what you guys got going on, what you ladies have going on. You all have your strengths. And I know within this Women of Purpose too, you all going to be teaching your strengths and also some of the weaknesses. What are some of these things that people can expect when they do come out and see and visit and partake in this tour with you? What are some of the things that they can expect from you, Miss Sabrina? You, I'm not
Jacqueline.
Miss Jacqueline, you, Miss Shay, you, Miss Nadia. What are some of the skills that you guys possess that you're going to relate to the people that are out to hear and to learn from this Women of Purpose tour?
Well, as we said earlier, we have a couple of speakers that are going to be coming out. We have Nikki Joyner. She's going to be doing a sales masterclass presentation. We have LD Wood. She's going to be doing a grant masterclass presentation or a grant presentation class. And then myself, I'm going to be talking about influencer marketing and about how it's so important and how it's effective for us entrepreneurs to be utilizing influencers to help us grow our brands. And so one of the things I'll be giving out is an influencer template to the guests, the vendors, and speakers as well, so that they can take that template, use that information that I'll provide, and then as soon as they leave the tour, they'll be able to start researching, looking for influencers to help them market their brand. And so that's what I'll be providing to the tour. Nadia, Coach Shay, they're permanent brand ambassadors, and Coach is a speaker of the tour. Nadia, again, is the COO. So happy to have Miss Jacqueline here on board as one of our vendors, and I hope that she joins us on future tours as well. But they can speak to what they're going to be bringing to the tour.
As far as mentorship, what can they expect to get out of you all with mentor, Ms. Jacqueline?
I'm a vendor, but anyone is, I mean, everyone is welcome to come to the table. I feel like even though my business currently is apparel business, I feel like I'm of service. And that was kind of the origin of the business when we started, just of service in a market where it was. So let me take it back. So I'm a part of the Divine Nine. I am a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And originally, and that's why the business is called Too Pretty Apparel, TOO. But so that's where it originated. So we were trying to fill a void with, look, I'm pretty eclectic. I'm sitting up here with a mohawk with blonde hair, with dreads. So my style is a little different than most. So we were trying to kind of fill a void with apparel that was kind of more eclectic, but we didn't shy away from the traditional wear. But like I said, it kind of transitioned. But the idea and the beginning and the origin of it was to be of service. And even though we've kind of transitioned from the Divine Nine and more so into so now just men, women, even children. But we have pieces like Black Magic, Melanin Magic, Black Proud and Black Proud period, Black and Beautiful. So we have a lot of clothes that carry those mantras. So it was all about just being of service, making you feel good about who you are, believing in yourself. So when you come to the table, if anyone comes to the table, that's what they're going to get and receive from me. Yes, definitely about the love. So that's what you're gonna get from me.
Self-motivation, building character and stuff.
Yes.
When they come to your table and they speak to you about your apparel and what you have, their form, you can educate them, give them ideas, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. That's cool.
Absolutely.
Health?
Oh, for me, I didn't want to be like I want to come on the tour as like the health guru. But of course I'm gonna be giving some nutritional tips, and really I wanted to be more informational about kind of my journey into entrepreneurship. Kind of for more so for people that just like, I don't know if I want to be an entrepreneur. I don't even know what my purpose is. Like, what am I even here to do? So that's kind of what I'm gonna bring to the tour. I'm kind of gonna help people acknowledge their purpose, kind of help them figure out like, who am I? And kind of lead them with type of tools that they can use to kind of build their self-esteem, self-discipline, self-motivation, because these things that you got to have ingrained in you to continue throughout life journeys. teaching them overcoming obstacles, because I overcame a lot of things in my life, kind of taking them through my journey of how I became an entrepreneur. So that's what I'm gonna bring.
That's cool. You know, they gonna be there to ask you those questions.
Right.
So, and I know you guys gonna be, you ladies are gonna be, country boy, I always say guys, y'all are gonna be ready for those questions when they ask you. And a lot of people gonna come there. They're gonna try to embrace. They want to embrace. They want to embrace, you know, networking. They want to embrace fellowship. They want a relationship with you guys and stuff like that. That's why I'm asking you. So for myself, because as a man, I go to men. I see something that you're doing, and it intrigues me. Hey man, how can I get started? How can I, you know, you as a big brother or a big sister. So that's what I guess when women of purpose and what you guys are doing as far as entrepreneurship and doing your thing, they're gonna ask you these questions. That's why I want to know myself.
For sure.
What can they expect? Like if I come to your table, what are we expecting?
Yeah.
As a person who's on the outside looking in and seeing you guys are moving, shaking, and doing what y'all do. So that's why I asked the question. For you, Miss Nadia.
Y'all are not going to hear anything from me besides those fruit jars that you can purchase. I don't speak. I don't do the extra, but you guys can tune into my Facebook. I do controversial topics and discussions, so I can ruffle some feathers. You can tune in there. But me and Sabrina have talked about adding an open discussion to the tour because I have a lot of topics and things we can discuss. So we are going to add that, but that is not for this tour. It's for information purposes only and for us to introduce the Men with Purpose tour. But if you want to hear the crazy things that I have to say, you can tune into my Facebook page. But I would not be doing any speaking at the tour. I would just be providing beverages, and we can talk, but I'm the only drink vendor and I don't have an assistant, so I probably won't be doing too much talking. I love it.
I love it. But let me say this. Nadia is not a speaker yet by her choice. When she's ready to speak, she's going to speak. But let me tell you, like, Nadia provides so much value to the tour. Literally, we would not be on our 4th tour without Nadia, without her being my backbone. Like, just the way we started the tour, literally being transparent, the way we started with 10 of us, and Nadia is the only one left. We the only, like, literally, and that goes to what we talked about in the beginning, you know. But the value that you provide to the tour, don't ever downplay yourself, sis. As many times as we sat on the phone till 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning discussing the tour, how we can make it better, the ideas, what can we do, what can we provide, what value we can provide. Like, literally, how many nights have we sat on the phone?
Me and Sabrina both wasn't working at the same time. I'm still not working. She has a job now, but we both wasn't working, and it's like we don't have anything to do but talk business. She'll talk about Drink Me Out, my basket business, me helping people with their finances, just whatever. She helped me with those things. We talk about that. We talked about what we can do for her business, not just Women with Purpose too, because we didn't have anything to do. We wasn't working. So why not talk business? Why not talk business? Get these ideas out there. At first we wasn't writing any ideas down, but we was like, girl, we need to start writing stuff. But you know, when you're in the conversation and you're just talking with your friend and talking business, you don't think to write anything down. But some of those things have came into play already. And we're utilizing this tour, but it's so many ideas and things that we have that we're going to put into play for the upcoming tour. So just stay tuned.
Yeah, definitely stay tuned. We've got so much coming up. After March 19th, we're headed right to Tyler, Texas on June 11th. And then after that, Houston, Texas, September 17th. Y'all head to the website. All the dates are on there. Mark your calendars. This is definitely going to be an eventful year for the Women with Purpose tour.
Yes. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where it, where it goes. Like, these type of things I take on, and I just see the vision of it all, right? Like, some things you got to see the vision.
The vision of us.
Yeah, like some people like die off and fade away because they don't see your vision. Like, and
Yes,
it be
it's
so
true.
much bigger than
Yep.
what we can really just see at that very moment. Like when I remember when I first lost my daughter back in 2018, which is really kind of everything that funneled me into like my awakening and life happening, and that's when I realized I literally have control over nothing. Like I have control over nothing.
That's true.
So the things that I do have control of,
Mhm.
I really try to manage those things and keep those things intact. But y'all, we're gonna be bringing the heat for these next
Definitely.
tours, so y'all definitely gotta stay tuned. And if you're watching on Facebook, share this.
Right.
Right now.
We want
Right
you
now.
to share it, save it, comment, and then like. Okay, those are the tools to engagement.
Yes, and that's a lot. And that's okay. So I have a question for the panel,
Yes.
because this is a good one. What do you consider women empowerment now in 2023? What do you see as women empowerment?
I see women empowerment as like whatever I speak out into the world, I'm not only speaking it, I'm living it, right?
Mhm.
And so when I'm walking in my shoes as a woman with purpose, people gravitate. Like me, I'm just a walking ball of energy, right? And so people gravitate to me all day long. And so I feel like for me, my purpose is to make people happy. My purpose is to connect people. And that's what I do just all day long. And so I think that it's important for people to find their purpose, find what they're good at, understand what they're good at, and just be of action of it. Walk in your own shoes, right?
Mhm.
That's for
Absolutely.
me.
What about you, Nadia? What do you feel like women empowerment is or looks
For
like?
me, you have to uplift each other. You know, women, we are so petty and catty. We're so quick to talk about the next person or judge the next person and so on. I learned in high school, it was this popular girl. She was one of the popular girls, and she just had some things going on at one point in life. She wasn't coming to school, you know, being put together like she used to and stuff like that. And, you know, we were kids, but still, you know, it doesn't matter. We have to teach our kids. You never know what someone is going through in life. And people would just put her down and stuff like that. And I talked to her. I'm like, dang, you know, like what's going on? And she told me, you know, she had things going on in her personal life with her mom and stuff like that. And since then, I was like, dang, you know, like we need to stop being so judgmental. So for me, number one, we have to stop being so judgmental as women. We have to stop being so petty about things that's really not that serious. We have to stop being so catty and trying to make a problem with anything or any situation. So that's first for me. And for me also, since I'm a very outspoken and blunt individual, I'm very honest. And if you don't even have to ask me sometimes, I might just give my opinion where you asked or not, depending on the situation. But we have to be honest with each other. That is how you also empower women.
Yes.
Yeah,
If I
that's
know
true.
you're going through a
Absolutely.
situation that you possibly put yourself in or that you could have had control, you need to take accountability. And
Right.
I'm going to help you take accountability. I'm not going to be that friend. Oh, girl, you right. You know, no, that's not empowering her. That's not
Right.
uplifting her. Because
Mhm.
how is she ever going to learn or grow or empower herself if she's not taking any accountability in the people around her?
Right.
It's
Not holding her accountable.
yeah, right.
Absolutely.
So that's also empowering women, but we don't like to use that as an empowerment, I guess we should say. But it really is, you know, holding that person accountable.
Right.
Then sometimes we be like, you know what? You were right. Now I know how to better myself in a situation like that. Boom, you empower somebody just that quick by telling them, girl, you was wrong. Then they get to see and reflect and to see how they were wrong. So you can just empower women in any way. It can be the slightest thing, but we
Yeah.
just as women have to do better by each other.
Yeah, we do.
Absolutely. What we got, Jay?
I'm going to say, I think it's about leading with love.
Absolutely.
It's about knowing that I am connected to you.
Mm.
I'm connected to you. and I'm connected to you.
Mhm.
And I think oftentimes we don't look at each other in that capacity, and that becomes a downfall. And that's where the petty comes into play, because we don't understand our own power, and then we're too busy trying to take somebody else's power. When
Mm.
as women, we all have that power, you know.
We can
So
shine brighter
we-
together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, we carry life. You know, we create life, so we don't understand the power and the capacity within that power.
Because we don't look at each other as equals, as human, like you said.
Yeah.
No,
That's why.
Yeah,
yeah,
like you
it's-
said, like we are creators. Like that should make our like unity like more divine, right? Like we are creators. Like we create things. Like they say Mother Earth, not Father Earth.
I love it, Shay.
There we go.
Love it.
There we go.
I love it.
Creators.
I love it.
Like, we
That's it.
creators of things. So I really feel that. I feel that. That was really good points, ladies. I feel like my take on empowerment is that those are the things that we should be talking about, but it don't look like that. Like these days, women empowerment look like if we can be half naked on the beach and wear a bikini, girl, go on. That is empowerment. Be naked because you got it and funny. Like women empowerment look a lot different than what it should. Like how Nadia was saying, it looked like, girl, me telling you that you're wrong and you need to put some clothes on. It's okay to be confident and all that, you know, but it's like to a degree, like keep it cute, you know, like be poised. And I think don't forget that you are a lady, like regardless like of what society make you think
Right.
that it's supposed to be or look like. Like, don't forget that at all times you're a lady, and if you want to be respected as such, you have to carry yourself as such.
But like she said, leading with love, you know,
Mhm.
we don't want to tell another grown woman that with in a certain way. You know, we want to say it in a loving way. Like, girl, you know, you can do this better. Not girl, you know, you can do this better. You can't talk to everyone
in the
the
same.
same.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
what she said when she said leading with love. I
Yeah.
can totally understand that because some people cannot take what you say, and plus, we know how women are. I'm grown. You don't have to
Yes.
tell me anything.
Yes.
But she may take it a different way if I say it with love.
Right.
Yes.
That's true.
And
I
the
love that.
tone, the tone do matter. It does
Yeah.
matter. That's
Yeah.
why sometimes texting and stuff don't work. I'm not yelling in the text. I really was just talking regular. So
Never
yeah.
understood that, but I've done that. Why you yelling at me? I get it.
Yeah.
If it's a certain topic, people know just call my phone because if I see the text, you may be reading it in my voice like, oh, I can hear how she's saying it.
Yeah,
Really,
it's not like
baby,
that.
Just call me.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, dang, I don't want to put it like that because it wasn't like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because even one of my friend girls, she said me all the time, she was like, I just have to talk to you over the phone because sometimes in text message it be sounding a different way, but when I hear you say it over the phone, it be so different. I'm like, baby,
I
just
love
call me.
I love it. I
It
love
doesn't
it.
matter.
I love it. Alabama in the house.
The Bama laid. We ain't never had this before, and y'all haven't either.
You know what? Let's
Let's
go ahead and shout out our sponsored drink. Thank you, Coach Shay, for that. There you go. There you go. Bama Lay. What's this flavor? I was sorry with.
It was Chalet.
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 We're gonna go ahead and let's see.
finish up with
Half
Chalet.
and half. We'll finish this off. Oh,
Wait till I
top
pass
yours
mine.
off, top mine off, top hers off. We're gonna Nadia. Oh, sorry. You're out, Nadia.
I
We're
know, I
out.
like it.
But yes, thank you, Sharwick. This is very delicious. Shout out to you and Bamalade. What's this flavor here? Sour apple?
It's a straight liqueur.
Straight liqueur, because that looks
Straight
like a
liqueur.
sour apple.
Straight liquor.
Straight liquor.
Oh, it's good. It's delicious. That's why I've been stuttering a little bit.
Yes,
over here.
thank you for allowing
Y'all done heard me
us.
mess up a few times.
Thanks for allowing us to use this beautiful studio.
Yes,
Y'all,
yes.
it's
This is
beautiful.
a lovely studio.
Y'all
If
can't
y'all
see
have
it all.
not come out to check out Live Wicks, look at this amazing studio that Sharwick has provided for us. This is nice. Like, I love it.
A recording studio too.
Mhm.
That's amazing. Next time we'll invite y'all. So we didn't know we can have guests live, so y'all can be shouting our stuff in the
Yeah, we'll have
in
to
the
do
audience.
this
So we
again.
have to do it again.
We'll do this again for Tyler. And then we'll have a studio audience that can ask questions. And
Yeah.
that'll be
Yeah.
dope.
It'll be
Oh, I like that. Get the men in here too to talk as well. But yes, I do want people to know that the Men with Purpose tour, we're going to kind of brand that just a little different. We want the men to understand that while we do want to empower and motivate you in business, we want to focus on the mental health of our men. And we also want to focus on fighting recidivism and just bringing that brotherhood and that camaraderie to the Men with Purpose tour versus what we have going on in the Women with Purpose tour. Where we're focused on more positioning women in more leadership and entrepreneurship roles. Not to say that men don't need that type of help, but we all know where we stand in corporate America when it comes to men versus women. The amount of money we make, the positions, we're still fighting to get equal opportunity in the workplace. So that's why it's so important that we establish ourselves as leaders in the community and position other women to be leaders and entrepreneurs and move up in their careers, whatever it is, because not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur.
Right.
And so the tour is just not focused on that. It's also focused on women who are already in their careers and maybe want to move up. And so we want to inspire those women as well who are in a position on their career to go after their dreams. If you want to be the CEO, go after it. Like, that's just what it's about. So,
I forgot to tell you.
yeah.
I went to an event to watch the Brown Sugar Lounge perform. Well, one of the members from the Brown Sugar Lounge perform. And I thought it was just any kind of event. I just try to go sometimes whenever they're doing shows. The Brown Sugar Lounge is a poetry lounge that I bartend for once a month. Every fourth Saturday, they have the dopest poetry shows. But anywho, at the event, it was for men and young boys.
Oh,
And the men that were speaking there, speaking about mental health, we don't too much have too many Black therapists and things like that in the community. But what I found out at that event, that it was a couple of men there that do therapy sessions for the Black community and for men, and they had various options for young men to instead of just going to the rec or being out in trouble, if they had someone they needed to talk to, they can go to their facility or whatever they do, and talk to men that look like us. One of the men had a gold grill and chains on, but he was very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
He also helped with the young boys because he said that's how he draw them in, by his appearance.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's very dope. I actually got one of the person's information, but I haven't followed up or anything just yet. But that's what we're trying to bring to the Men with Purpose tour, basically.
Exactly.
I said all that to get to that point.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to have at the Men with Purpose tour. So I'm not sure if you guys are married or in a relationship or had a marriage or had a previous relationship, but have you all ever dealt with a man going through maybe mental issues or a point in his life where he's unbalanced, and how did you help him or uplift him with that?
Oh, I think
That's deep.
I think it's hard because men aren't as vocal as we would
that's
want
true.
them to be.
That's true.
So we have to, and I've been reading about this a lot lately. It's like relying on people's body language and like their nonverbal cues. Like a person, of course, how they feel, usually showing their face, their body language, if they're slump or slouch, how they look, and how, if they're making eye contact with you or not. So these were some things that I kind of picked up like along while I was reading, and I was like, dang, that's pretty deep. I really don't look at people's body language enough, acknowledge it anyway, because I'm looking for you to talk to me. Like, we always looking for people to be more vocal and more verbal. So I think like paying attention for men, I think it's really paying attention to their body language and their facial expressions, or whether they not being as talkative as they normally would be, or like things like that. So it's like hard to tell with them if they not vocal, but kind of like trying to pull them out of those spaces. Like let's
I
go
don't
do
mean to
something that they
interrupt you.
like to
Hold on.
do.
Shari, can you be vocal with her real quick? Are you telling her to fix her mic?
Oh, my bad.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, because he giving you these cues, and I'm
It's my
understanding.
glasses. I
I didn't mean to interrupt.
can't really see. Oh, I'm sorry, but yeah, I think it's really acknowledging the nonverbal cues and asking what's wrong, and then when we ask you what's wrong, please be honest. Like, even if it's me and I'm the problem, like, let me know. Like, be honest. So I think it's really just trying to pull them out that place, like doing something like to do. I know, like for my dude, he like playing like Call of Duty and okay, let's go to the gun range and shoot something or something. Like, really just finding, that where y'all connected and what you know that person like to do kind of help bring them out of depression. Like, even with me, like, okay, you ain't looking good. You need some coffee. Okay, coffee sounds great. Like it can be the smallest thing, So I get it's just being at service, like that's like in your relationships, period. Like, know that you gotta be in service. Like, even with the people around you,
I
just
like that.
staying in service.
Yeah, I like that.
Absolutely.
That's a good question, Nadia. I'm still sitting thinking.
Man, you see, I'm looking at y'all.
Because I've dealt with mental illness myself. Like, I was a depressive person. Like,
yeah.
well, the doctors have told me I'm situationally depressive. So it's like certain situations can funnel me really fast into depression. And of course, I've acquired kickboxing and doing things like this, like podcasting, telling my story, writing, journaling. Those things kind of help me out of those funks, and listening to high vibrational music too, y'all. Like, if you listen to Afro beats and you don't come out your funk, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know, because Afro beats, I mean, I can't listen to it without moving my hips or doing something like high vibrational music. Because us as melanated people, we gotta listen to those drums. We need those high frequency music. Like being a high vibration. That means eating good food too and drinking your water. But we're gonna get to that later.
All right,
too.
Coach. I like how she threw that in there.
I gotta
Drink
throw
your
that
water.
in there. Drink your water and take your vitamins
I
too,
love
so
it.
you stay vibing high. That's you gotta the recipe. You gotta find your own recipe. We don't have unfortunately we don't have a guide to life or an instructional handbook. I mean, a lot of people go by the Bible, but technically we don't have like any instruction. So it's like create your own recipe, stay in your own lane, cruise your own lane, stay and learn how to cruise that wheel, master it.
Just to add on to what she was saying, so I was married for 9 years. I am currently divorced, but I have a son. I'm also an educator, so I work with boys on a reoccurring basis every day, and I think a lot of times it boils down to listening. And when you really listen, then you understand how to be of better support and care. Not saying that you're a therapist, because I mean, it doesn't take that, but I mean, that should possibly be some advice that you give them or try, because just as a Black community, African American community, we we shy away from that. And we shouldn't, but when it comes to just health overall, and just being supportive, I think the best position is that of a listening ear, and then trying to respond based off of what you hear, but with empathy and with the sympathy, and just with care until they can get that
I'm not
extra help, or
I'm
working
on
yeah, and then understanding that everyone's experiences are different, and so with the different experiences, they're going to act and respond differently.
Right.
And until we
may be a big situation for you, may not be a big,
and then until we understand that, then it's always going to be friction until we try to hone in and understand.
Yeah,
So-
I've realized like two people can be in the two same places and have two totally different
Different
realities.
Ooh,
Like
that's
it can
so
be
true.
totally different. And I was like,
So true.
dang, we was in the same place and you didn't see
Yeah.
you didn't see it that way. I did though. So I definitely understand that like
Perception is about a person.
it's really, really is. Perception is definitely 100% you, like how you perceive. I think a while back I stopped caring how people perceive me, and that helped me a lot too. Like through my wellness journey, like not really caring too much how people perceive me, not waiting on somebody to give me permission to be myself. Stop waiting on people to give you permission to be you, because you probably won't do it.
I want to go back to the very beginning and piggyback exactly off what you said. That's exactly what I want all of us as entrepreneurs to do, is to not worry about what other people think and just go after what you want. It doesn't matter if somebody else is doing the same thing as you. It doesn't matter if y'all go live at 6 at the same time on Thursdays every night. Honey, that's your brand. This is my brand. I wanted to play devil's advocate earlier because I'm thinking in my head, well, honey, this is my brand. That's your brand. We can collaborate, but if I'm going live today at 6 and that's planned, and you're going live today at 6 and that's planned, then that's just planned. That's just
Y'all
how
have two different audiences.
we have
or
two
should.
different audiences. We should have two different audiences, regardless, even if we're doing the same type of business. It's gonna be two different audiences. So
Even if you're not an entrepreneur, just in general,
yeah,
just stop taking everything so seriously.
Yeah.
Don't take how people view you. Just be yourself.
and maybe not take it so personal.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Especially if you're an
Yes.
entrepreneur, don't take everything so personal.
Yes, girl, everybody
It's
not talking
business,
about you. And everybody,
right?
and everybody not hating
You
on
have to have thick skin in business, and
Yeah.
it's very important. And that's why I thrive in the business world and having that thick skin. I've been in sales, I've been in retail. I know how to take a no. I don't care. Okay, next. Come on, next customer. Because you should be able to, within 1 minute of a conversation with the potential client, know whether they're going to buy, whether they're shooting the shit, or whether they might be a potential customer, right? You should know that within the first minute or two of talking to them. Once you establish that, then you should know how to narrate the conversation, get out of it and move on to the next customer. For real, that's what we do in sales.
Yeah, because I be knowing, I'm like, this person
Ain't finna buy nothing. There goes somebody else coming in, next
I'm
customer.
gonna keep this short. I'm already
Yeah,
knowing what I'm gonna say.
yeah, you should already know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's important to really read your customers, and really that's why it's important to understand that target audience, just understanding, who you're speaking to, so you know how to speak to them. But this has been a great conversation.
It's
Like
been
I'm
great.
really can we go another hour? Do we got time? Okay, no. All
Cut
right.
his eyes.
Don't look at us in that tone of voice.
This is empty, but we want to shout out you again, Sharwick, for this Bamalade. It's very delicious. I want some more. I'll tell y'all that now.
We don't know about the. We ain't get
We
to the
ain't tried
liqueur.
this one yet,
We don't know
but
about the liqueur.
Straight.
It's straight before it get to this.
oh wow, oh,
That's the base.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
I love it. I
Boom,
love
boom,
it. But
boom,
this,
bass.
ladies, this has been a great evening. I think we're
Thanks
gonna
so
wrap it
much
up
for
here.
having us. Yes.
Yeah. So let's go really quick. Just tell everybody where they can find you. We'll start with you, Nadia.
Nadia Thomas on Facebook.
I love it. I love my
Just like
friend.
plain and simple.
Keep it simple.
So you can find me at I am Coach Shay. This is SHAE on all social media platforms at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And you can follow me on all those social media platforms as well. I also have a radio show called AMP. You can follow me at Dynamic Wellness over there. I do Fit Tip Friday, so you can ask me all the fit tip questions that you want free of charge.
That's what's up. Jacqueline Smith on Facebook, JRO_Smith on Instagram. Also check out Too Pretty Apparel, Facebook and Instagram. And it's TOO, Too Pretty Apparel.
And I'm Sabrina Ford. I'm the founder of Win with Purpose Tour. You can find us all on the Win with Purpose Tour by just searching and Googling Women with Purpose Tour. How simple is that? So I guess we'll wrap it up here, ladies. Y'all can also catch us on March 17th at Fishbowl Radio. We're going to be interviewing over there with Sammy G. And then March 18th, we're also going to be interviewing with Douglas Elliott over at Next Level Radio Station. Hidden Images Podcast, which you can catch every Monday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m.
I hope no one thought that too was anything else besides
I thought it was 2-0. I mean, T-O. I said 2-0.
or
T-O. Just T-O.
I didn't know. Just saying, not that I'm
Are we
just a
still live?
English queen.
Oh, we're still live? Oh, I thought I just wrapped it up. But they won't wait no Tuesday. Bye. I was like, we still live. I thought I wrapped up.